episode. In today's podcast, I am answering questions from you. So on my Instagram, I asked you guys questions you have about money mindset, questions you have about wealth creation, and I got four amazing questions. So in today's podcast episode, I'm going to be diving into those questions. So let's just dive into the very first question that I got. And what are exercises to do when receiving more money than expected or comfortable with? Additional ways to accept or make peace with surplus. And it was really interesting. All of the questions that were submitted were really around holding more money, feeling safe with more money. And it really comes down to nervous system regulation. And what that means is our nervous system is so smart. Our nervous system sends a signal to our brain and the body and our body what is safe and what is not safe. So if you already know that holding more money doesn't feel safe because you have evidence and proof, all we have to do is ask our body what memories are present from our past that are telling us it's not safe to hold money. So the very first exercise I do, it's called a float back technique. So first, when you think about receiving more money, scan your body. Where do you feel that physically? Do you feel it in your chest? Do you feel it in your head? Do you feel it wherever? Then ask yourself, what is the negative message my body is telling me based off this physical reaction? Hmm. Your body might say, I'm not worthy. Your body might say, it doesn't feel safe to have this much money. Your body might say, like, who do you think you are? Just get a negative message. So once you have a physical sensation and a negative message, all you have to do is float your mind back to the very first time you felt that experience. And that is your body's way of telling you you have unhealed wounds around receiving more money. And a lot of times when we receive more money, we're like, why would I be upset about that? Why would I be triggered by that? Why does that mean something? And again, our nervous system dictates what it means. So, my favorite exercise for training your nervous system for more wealth is asking yourself what memories from the past are feeling triggered in the present moment. Go ahead and use your favorite modality to heal, clear, release. Then the second exercise you can do is visualize receiving twice as much money as you expect. So let's say, for example, you're going to get a bonus for $5,000. You can visualize receiving $10,000. Okay, where do you feel that stress in your body? What thoughts pop forward? What sensations pop forward? We are training your nervous system to handle more wealth. So I always like to double the amount that we're visualizing because we really want to expand what our nervous system deems as possible. Okay, so if you have a dysregulated nervous system, money is going to trigger you. Good things are going to trigger you. Bad things are going to trigger you. Emails will trigger you. So it's really important that we regulate your nervous system. We train your nervous system that money is not a threat, money is safe. So one of my favorite exercises is visualizing the twice, double the amount of money that you want to receive. So let's say your goal for 2025 is $100,000. So instead of visualizing $100,000, if you were my client, I would actually have you 10x that. But just for this episode, double it. So then you're going to visualize $200,000. Because when you start to visualize $200,000 versus 100,000, the 100,000 seems way normal. Seems easy. It's like, whoa, I could do that. That's like halfway to my goal of 200,000. Then you're prepping your nervous system, you're prepping your brain, and you're normalizing it in the mind and body. The thing that we experience is money doesn't feel normal, like receiving a lot of money, and I mean more than your basic needs. like enough to go shopping and not have to check your bank account of like, is this gonna affect my bottom line? Am I gonna have enough in my bank account to pay my credit cards this month? Like knowing you can go and live in surplus. So doubling the amount. But if you really want to 10x your goals faster, there's this amazing book. It's called 10x is faster than 2x, and it's visualizing 10xing your goals. So instead of, let's say your goal is 100,000 for 2025, instead of visualizing 100,000, you would visualize a million. Okay, so who do I need to become in order to generate $1 million? What thoughts do I need to have in order to generate $1 million? What action steps do I need to take in order to generate $1 million? And so you see here, 100,000 just becomes a stepping stone to the bigger goal of 1 million. So 10x is easier than 2x, and that is a really easy exercise to train your nervous system to handle more wealth. So visualizing doubling or 10xing your money goals is going to help create safety, and we're normalizing it. That's one easy way exercise to do this. The second thing that I love, love, love to do is go online, social media. YouTube is my favorite, and look at people who have normalized wealth. Look at people's profiles, look at their videos, literally type in luxury vacation. So let's say you're going to Italy. Instead of the budget trip, Googling the budget trip, Google luxury Italy trip. And what we need to do is we need to normalize that everyday people are experiencing lavish lifestyles, that you don't have to be born into this, that you can create it yourself. So another easy wealth exercise is going on social media and seeing other people experience large amounts of wealth and see how they normalize it. See how they're like, oh, I went on a no budget shopping spree. There's a creator, her name is Amber Scholl, and I love, love, love her luxury haul. She was like, I went to Dior with no budget, or I went to Louis Vuitton with no budget. She's having the best time. She's not like stressing, she's enjoying it, she's allowing it to be a fun experience. So let me look at the question to see if I answered it fully. What are the exercises to do when receiving more money than expected or comfortable with? Additional ways to accept and make peace with surplus. So if you are struggling with surplus, you have to ask yourself, what does it mean to live above my basic needs? What does it mean about me as a person if I live in surplus? Does it mean I'm evil? Does it mean I'm greedy? Or does it mean I'm actually helping the economy? Does it mean I'm actually helping the society? So really training your mind to believe that you are helping others versus hurting others by generating surplus. So let's dive into the next question that you guys asked. So the next one is feeling safe having and holding more money. Beautiful. When we are training our nervous system to save more and to hold more, what we can really do is get a baseline. Okay, so you can ask yourself, what is the most you've ever had in your savings account? What's the most you've ever had in your checking account? What's the most you've had at one time? Okay, so then when you think about the amount of money you had, the amount of money that you saved or whatever, and then let's say, for example, something happened. You had an unexpected bill, you had car troubles, you had home troubles, you had something that you had to pay out of the norm. And that is your threshold, your upper limit where your body does not feel safe to have or hold. So, for example, let's say the number is $20,000. And anytime you hit 20,000, you have an unexpected bill, or your car starts to break, or you have to get a new refrigerator. That is your subconscious saying, I don't feel safe with saving more than 20,000. Okay, so now what we do is we get to ask the body, we can get really quiet, silence all the outside noise, tap into our intuition, and ask ourselves, why is it unsafe to have more money? And let all the thoughts come forward. You might have thoughts of, oh, it's unsafe to have more money because I'm not responsible, or it's unsafe to have more money because people will need things from me. It's not safe to have more money because people will expect different things out of me. Ooh, okay, so we dig and we dig and we keep digging until we've identified the core limiting belief around having more money. And when we identify the core limiting belief around having more money, you can use your favorite healing modality to release it, clear it, set it free. Then visualize. The next step is visualizing having twice as much in your bank account. So let's say, for example, we go back to the 20,000. Now you're going to go back and visualize having 40,000 in your bank account. Do that visualization. Do that visualization. Where are you feeling tension? Tap on your collarbone. Release, release, release. Really regulate your nervous system. Really tap into your nervous system of what is causing this dysregulation. All right, well, when I was 5 years old, I had a birthday party and I had all this money, and my parents took my money because they said I was irresponsible. And I have this belief that more money, it makes me irresponsible. Okay, great. Let's heal that memory so we can move forward. And so when we feel safe, we can get some data from our past, just data. We're not living in the past, we're just getting data so we can move to the future feeling abundant, aligned, and 10xing those money goals. All right, let's go to the next question. What are your top 5 actions you take to become in receiving energy? So this is actually a common misconception. We believe that we have to take action in order to be in receiving mode, when taking action is when we are in our masculine. We need to when we need to create, we need to start in our masculine. Masculine energy creates inertia. We need to be in our masculine to create energy. But we need to be in our feminine energy to sustain energy, and we need to be in our feminine to receive. So I would say once you've started the project, whether it's getting a raise, a promotion, launching your business, whatever it may be, once you've started that and you've done all the action steps, the next thing you're going to do is step into your feminine energy. Feminine energy is all about attracting, being magnetic, pulling in opportunities, pulling in abundance, pulling in so much. What happens though is we start with our masculine energy of creation, of doing the to-do list, doing the action steps, the hustle, the grind, the go, go, go. And we forget to switch to be in our feminine. When we are in our feminine energy, we are receiving abundance. We are in that energy of luxury and pleasure, and we are just pulling in so many opportunities. Unfortunately, we're afraid of our feminine energy because of societal pressures. Society says rest is not productive. Society says you have to hustle, grind. You need a side hustle. You need your main income. You need your 9 to 5. It's like so overwhelming with all these stories. You need to be waking up at 5 a.m. and doing all these things and go, go, go. And it's like, I just want to take a nap. I'm like exhausted. And every single client that I've ever worked with that experienced burnout, it was because they were stuck in their masculine and their nervous system got so dysregulated because they never allowed themselves to have rest. And if you truly want to receive, be in the receiving energy, you have to step into your feminine energy. And it's a fine balance because whether you're looking for a promotion, looking for a raise, looking to start your own business, eventually you have to get back into your masculine energy of doing those action steps. But then you have to be really mindful of making that switch so you can switch and step into that feminine energy. So that is the best thing you can do for receiving. And our feminine energy is all about the softness, the nurturing, the compassion, self-love, self-forgiveness, leaning into rest, laughter, play, enjoying yourself, not sticking to your to-do list, not sticking to the agenda, but truly just being a human being instead of a human doing. So let's look at the last question that I was asked today. It says, hi, how to trust and believe in yourself fully that you can achieve what you desire. This is an incredible question. So the first thing we need to do is increase your confidence. When we have unshakable confidence, we know without a shred of doubt that we can achieve anything we desire. Unfortunately, our childhood, teenage, young adult, we experienced a lot of times where our confidence was shaken. Maybe we got teased or bullied or made fun of. So it wasn't safe to be confident. Or maybe we were really confident and people were like, who do you think you are? You can't be doing this. Like, what is wrong with you? And you're like, oh, okay, it's not safe to be confident. Or you have friends that are like, oh, she always gets what she wants. And you're like, oh, okay. I guess it's not safe to be confident and like walk with confidence. So you can really ask yourself, where in your past were you really confident and people didn't like it? People really struggle with confident individuals, especially confident women. And as Taylor Swift said, gotta love her, she says, women love hunting witches too. Women tend to tear down other women. So sometimes it doesn't feel safe to truly be magnetic, be confident. And if we don't have self belief, it's really hard and really difficult to believe that we can create our dream life because we're like, oh, it's going to get taken away. Someone is going to say, oh, actually, you can't do that. Try again. So the best thing we can do is really nurture and work on our confidence. So then ask yourself every day, how can I build my confidence today? And that might be as simple as committing to your non negotiables. Maybe you want to do daily walks. Okay, sticking to your daily walks is going to help you build that confidence. Oh, maybe you want to do daily tapping. Great. Sticking to that is going to help build that confidence. Sticking to your non negotiables is going to help increase your confidence. Then the next thing is healing any memories where your confidence was shaken. Healing any memories that told you it wasn't safe to be your magnetic self. Healing any memories that are fueling your doubt. Well, it didn't work before. Why would it work now? And we can really lean in to healing the past to make room for the most abundant future. And when you think about your goals and your dreams, you can start looking for people online who are already living your dream life. You can kind of study them, explore, like, ooh, what is this person doing? What does this person believe? What does this person do to make it happen? And we can ask ourselves, if I was someone who achieved my dream life, what would my action steps be? What would my beliefs be? What kind of fun would I have in the process? Because it's important that we enjoy the highs and the lows, because it's the low points that we learn the lessons, and it's the high points that we really get to embrace, that we survive the low points. But it's important that we enjoy all the steps of the way. So building that trust and believing yourself is all about strengthening that confidence and healing any memories that told you it wasn't safe to be confident. So those are all of the questions that I got submitted. Incredible questions, and reminding yourself that your dream life is so possible. And at any point in time, you don't believe it's possible. That's just a limiting belief. That's just a dysregulated nervous system. We can heal your past, heal your nervous system, and feel safe to receive, safe to be in that feminine energy to receive the life you want. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's podcast episode. I will see you all next week. Bye, everyone.